Hello, Flosstube. Welcome back to our channel. It's episode 73. Today is Wednesday, April 21st. Welcome back. We hope you are doing well and getting lots of stitching in. We have a lot to talk about tonight. I feel like we haven't been here in forever, but it was literally not that long ago. So a week ago, I guess. But recording was weird last week. So technically we have like a week and a couple days of stitchy stuff to talk about with you guys. So we're going to jump right into it like we always do, starting our videos. Erin, what's your best new thing today?
I have two per the usual. So my first one is, I feel like I haven't talked about it yet, but have you guys seen the movie Knives Out?
No.
It's kind of old at this point. I think it's on Amazon Prime if you have a Prime subscription. You guys go watch that movie. Like, it's so good. I don't know why people aren't talking about it. I was going to fall asleep. Jonathan put it on like at bedtime and I was like, all right, well, I'll probably fall asleep. It was riveting. It's so good. It's like a murder mystery.
Oh.
But it's not scary. You guys know I don't like scary. It's so good. So go watch Knives Out. My thing about it was that who's the guy? Who's Captain America? What's his name? That actor.
Chris. He's like one of the Chris's, right?
That guy. It's so weird to see him in a role other than Captain America that it was really fascinating to watch. I'm telling you, go see that movie if you haven't seen it. The second one is that it was our anniversary this weekend or last week. And we don't get presents for each other because, you know, like, what are you going to get at this point? But my husband surprised me in the morning with a cameo from Perd Hapley from Parks and Rec. It was so funny, too.
Oh, that's awesome.
When we first started dating, my husband wrote me this, like, extremely romantic note. Like, he burned the paper and like it was so romantic, and I read it from time to time when I really need to feel that again. And I had mentioned it to him like a few weeks ago, and he had a line from it in the Perd Hapley thing.
Oh.
So I was like, so Perd Hapley just read part of my, oh, it's so good. It was so good. So you heard with Perd gave me a cool anniversary gift.
That's awesome. That's
so awesome.
Yeah. He said it was either him or Jeremy Jam.
Which
I said you made the right choice.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, we joke at school, my friend Kyle and I, about you've been jammed. Whenever we feel like something. Yeah. All right, Jody, what's your best new thing?
Oh Lord.
I have two. So earlier this week, my kids got skateboards. And so I'm like, I don't skateboard. I have no clue what I'm doing on a skateboard. I know that Aria skateboards. And so I like texted Erin and I'm like, hey, the girls got skateboards. I don't know what to do with them. Can you help me? And she was like, well, yeah, why don't you come over? It was like a random, it was last weekend. And you guys can go up to the park and you guys can practice skateboarding. So it was like super spur of the moment, last minute, which made it awesome. And we hopped in the car and went over, and all of the girls skateboarded together and the dads helped, and it was awesome and they loved it. And now we're signed up for skateboarding lessons. So add that to the week of activities in this house. But I'm very excited for them. They are so excited about it. Like, that's something that I would never even think to offer as an activity.
Totally.
Yeah.
Aria's a freaking pro. Like, she's so good. And I'm excited for them. I think that, and like, it's so cool to me. Like, I just think they're so cool. Like, I'll never be that cool, but anyways, I'm excited.
Aria is literally this close to doing drop-ins. Today she was doing it, and if she would just let go, she could do a drop-in, which is something that like 5-year-olds just don't do. So we're really proud of it right now. She's loving it. But also our kids had fun playing together, which was the first time that they've done that.
I know, like we were at the park for skateboarding, and then they were on the swings together, and Hazel was like, yeah, Aria's like my bestie. And, like she's, it was
So cute.
fun and I'm very excited. My second is I discovered resin tonight.
What? How did you just discover this?
Well, not that I didn't know about it before, but I decided to play with it. So I was at Joann's because I had to get dye. And they had this like big end cap display of like resin kits. And my mom's been talking about it forever. She wanted to make resin, like something in a resin mold with dried flowers. And I was like, yeah, okay, Mom, like that's cool. We'll do that another time. Like I just kind of like, because my thought is like, what are you going to do with it? Like what do you do with it? So, but she's like dying to dry flowers. So anyways, I walk past this end cap and I see this resin kit and I'm like, you know what? It's on sale. I'm just going to get it and like try it. It's amazing.
That's cool.
So easy to use. So the first thing I did, I got these like coasters, okay? And I'm going to show you in a second, but I don't want to, it's not dry yet. So I got these coasters and I was like, I wonder if I can pour resin over Stitch It and like preserve it that way to have like, like if you finish something in a tray or like, like a coaster. So I did it and I picked a finish that I had that I knew that if I like effed it up, I could re-stitch it because I was nervous. But check this out.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Whoa.
I'm trying to like light on it so you can see the dimension.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to do that. That's awesome.
So I
that's
got
cool.
these coasters and I cut the fabric to fit inside and then I put like just a black cord around it and then I poured the
Cool.
over and it's like 3-dimensional. It's the freaking coolest.
It's very cool.
Whoa.
And now it'll be a coaster. And I'm so excited about it because I put like zero thought into that. So now I want to like finish things and find, like trays or whatever that I can like put them in and resin on top. And you can put anything in there. You can put charms in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm loving everything about it.
For sure.
It's great.
That's gonna be like a whole that's a whole situation. That's
Next girls' day, we should play with resin.
easy. It's so easy to do. I was very nervous. I'm like, because I've seen people do like countertops and stuff with it, and I'm like, you have to like make sure there's no bubbles and there's like a heat element to it, and I didn't use any heat like this. There's no bubbles in there. It was like the easiest thing.
That's
So-
awesome.
We made a wedding present for somebody once. We got like a map of Pittsburgh and then we cut like their, important places for them out of it and then
Yeah.
poured resin on it. So I can't believe I've never thought of this, but I love this idea.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
My mom's already drying flowers.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's so cute.
She's like, tried, tested, will work on it. Gonna start.
Yeah.
Yeah, done it. Erica, what's your best new thing this week?
My best new thing is I had a virtual Stitch date with my sister, which was super fun. We Skype often, but it's always when the children are all awake, and so then they end up talking to each other, and we're just like, "Hey, wait, everyone, shh, hold on a second. Okay, now I was trying to say, no, everybody, stop." Like, everyone that like, the 5-year-olds are like yelling over each other to tell each other about toys, and the babies, like, rah, rah, rah. It's just crazy. So I was like, hey, do you want to like Skype after everyone's asleep? And she was like, yes, let's do it. And so we did, and it was like just an hour, and we had a good time, and she was stitching and I was stitching, and I got to see the dogs and just hung out for a few. It was pretty awesome.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Um, My best new thing this week, I had two. My mom came down to visit last weekend, which was amazing. We went to the strip district and we bought all the coffee in the strip district. And we like bought cool, like touristy sweatshirts, which if I wasn't wearing my orange tonight, I would be wearing. I'll wear it next week. But we bought like matching sweatshirts because we're weird like that and we love it. And then we went shopping, and then Saturday we met Jody at the cross stitch store in Newcastle, and we spent a few hours there. And then Saturday night I finally got to meet my cousin Kaylee's new baby. His name's Dog. So cute. Of course, he was born during quarantine. He's only 3 months old, so we felt comfortable since we were vaccinated with being around him. So we had them over for dinner, and my mom was there, and it was just, and her boyfriend is like the nicest person on the planet, and their baby is so stinking cute, like I can't even handle it. And the dogs like loved having a baby in the house. I'm like, don't get used to this. This is never but they really enjoy, like they were like, what is this like strange little creature that keeps like making noises? Like my dogs aren't around babies, they're around like kids. So this was a good experience. We just had a blast. So that was best new thing. Number one. Number two, Jason and I are trying all of the spicy chicken sandwiches, fast food spicy chicken sandwiches. And tonight we had our third. We've gone to Chick-fil-A multiple times. Okay, a spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A is hard to beat. It's hard to beat. McDonald's, we had that one. We were not impressed with the McDonald's spicy chicken sandwich. The texture of the chicken is weird. It is not like a actual piece of chicken to me. Like it felt very spongy and it was so hot. Like when I'm talking spicy, like it was so spicy, it was almost unenjoyable. Like it, and like we're not afraid of spicy food. That was like way too spicy. So tonight we had KFC. The spicy chicken sandwich from KFC. Jason thinks it is better than Chick-fil-A.
What?
I'm on the fence. Erin, I think that you had a bad KFC chicken sandwich when you said that it was like super greasy.
Okay.
I didn't think that it was greasy. I thought the sauce was really nice. And I thought the sandwich itself was like the chicken was ultra crispy. So this whole experiment might kill me because of the like I can already feel myself like getting congested, getting out of breath, like
Your arteries are clogging as we speak.
Like this experiment might kill me, but it's a delicious experiment and I'm willing to risk all of the after effects to try these sandwiches. So the next one on the list is Popeyes. We have to travel a little bit to get to Popeyes. But it's been fun. We take the dogs, and of course they don't eat the spicy chicken, but Jason will share some of his French fries if he gets them. They just like going in the car, so it really doesn't matter. But it's been fun. So let me know if there's another spicy chicken sandwich out there that you just can't do without. And if it's within driving distance, we're gonna go. We're gonna get it. We're gonna try it. So KFC so far is number one. Chick-fil-A 2, McDonald's 3rd.
Are you gonna do the Wendy's one? Because I think that is like one of the like quintessential spicy chicken sandwiches. Are you doing Wendy's?
We're gonna do Wendy's. I mean, we've had the spicy chicken from Wendy's. Like the spicy chicken nuggets, I think are the best chicken nuggets on the planet.
They are delicious.
So yeah, we'll do Wendy's. But you know, like going to an actual like chicken restaurant, Popeyes, KFC, Chick-fil-A, the chicken quality is just a little, it's better. So I'm excited though to put, we'll put Wendy's on the list. I don't know if Hardee's has a spicy chicken sandwich. We'll find out. But yeah, we're gonna try them all. So that's my best new thing. It's the weirdest new thing, but it's the best new thing. All right, so we have a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, Stitchy related, not chicken sandwich related.
Darn it.
Did you get any haul or Stitchy this week?
Yes. So I don't know if I've shown these Jody colors, but I put them on the things today and I wanted to show them because they And they're fantastic. They're all linens, and you know linen dyes a little different. This one's beautiful, but you guys, this one I literally stopped and stared at for 5 full minutes because it's so pretty. Like it doesn't even do it justice on this card.
Wow.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And then this purple. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like crazy.
There's something about linen, the way it dyes. It's
Jody, those are amazing.
Chef's kiss.
And then some orange and this blue, which I'm debating doing my my USA the gobble couple. I might do it on that.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
The only thing holding me back is it's 32 count linen, but I might just go for it. And then this purple is gorgeous.
I've been experimenting with different sizes, and like you said that the last time, I think it was the last time we filmed, you were like, I'll just stitch on anything. Like if I like the color, I'll
It's
just,
true.
that's kind of how like my stitching has evolved. Like if I like the color of something, whatever, I'll just stitch on it.
I mean, my secret project I'm working on is 32 count linen, and I'm liking it, or it's even weave, but still I'm enjoying it. So
Yeah.
I probably will. Okay, so Jody, thank you for those. They're gorgeous. Your talent is crazy. My next one I didn't actually pay for, but we got our second shot today, so I made a little needle minder.
That was
Yeah.
That was fun.
Wow.
I only have one magnet, so I made this one into a needle minder, and I'm gonna bring one for Kristen to turn into.
I have
as well.
magnets, so I can give
Okay.
you a magnet with the super glue.
I'm really pumped about that.
That's
It was
cute.
really so cute. But if you see me run off in a minute, I do think I need to go take some Tylenol because I'm starting to go a little downhill. But I will make it through this video.
You were hoping she'd make it.
The next one, I'm going to talk about the crazy DMC deal that we got. Erica texts us all and she's like, you guys, you won't believe the price of this DMC. It's the sparkly DMC pack. So we're all pretty convinced that it was an error on DMC's part.
It was clearly an error, people. Clearly.
Had to have been.
So it was
Had to.
50% off the $69 price tag, and then 50% off once it was in your cart. So we were like, yeah, we need to buy that now. So even with shipping, what did we pay, like $22?
It was, I think it was $24.
Yeah.
For something that cost $70. And it came in like a day. A
Yeah,
day.
it's so fast.
Fast. I was like, can they please hurry up and send this to me before they realize the error of their ways? And then like cancel my order and say, sorry, we can't fulfill that, because I've never purchased something so fast in my entire life.
I
The
saw
only
something about it that it was definitely an error, and it was recognized by DMC, and it was like a 75% off and count.
Colors, can you see?
Oh, they're so good. There's 35. There's 35 in here. So the only thing that bums me out is that I did think about it. Someone probably got fired over that.
I bet
Like-
not. Just think about it.
You
Like,
don't think so? Okay, that makes me feel better.
no. They were probably just like, oh shit, somebody go fix that so that no one else can buy it. Because I know
I
that
wonder how many.
that
I
long.
wonder how many sales they had. It had to be quick.
But I saw other people, this was not the only thing they bought. So maybe it drove more sales to things that people wouldn't have typically purchased, because they're like, well, if
Right.
I'm spending that much on this, like I might as well get some other stuff while I'm here. So
Really.
listen, it is.
Hey, while I'm thinking about errors too, last week on our video, I talked about that tea, and I talked about how you had to brew it at 100, and I wanted to tell everybody that I'm an idiot, and it's 100 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit on here. So it's actually a normal temperature. Although I will say I did brew it at that normal temperature, and I didn't like it.
Oh, okay. Well, then
I'm not a fan of this tea now.
okay, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
My next one, Cobweb Corners. who are amazing. And please go check out the Cobweb Corner website because she's fast at shipping. She has everything. And this pattern is available there. And I don't know why more people aren't stitching it.
It's so cute.
Witches Make Stitches. It's by Pedal Pusher and it came out in 2020. And I seriously don't know why more people aren't stitching it. It's so cute.
That would look bomb on that purple fabric that you got from Jody.
Ooh, yeah, for sure. It's only 77 by 58. I think it will take like 0 time to stitch this.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
Very, very excited about that. And then my Black Needle Society box came in, which if you saw the video, the only thing I'll show, my favorite thing from it is my blanket that I'm using right now.
I need that blanket.
I love it.
So they haven't announced what will be available, but they always have like a vault where they have extra stuff. So I would keep checking back with Black Needle Society and we'll announce it here. And you can try to snag the blanket when it goes up on the vault. But I have a feeling it's going to go quickly.
I agree.
It's pretty cute. And that's all I have. I am going to run off and grab some Tylenol. So I'll be right back.
Sounds good. All right. Erica, I'm going to have you go next because then Jody and I can kind of piggyback off of each other for the stuff that we bought at the cross stitch shop. So if you want to go next with your haul and your Stitchy kindness.
Makes sense. Okay, so we talked about this box, which was quite a thrill to receive.
Thanks, Erica.
Yay! I think I saw it in like the Frosted Pumpkin Facebook group.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Hey, this happened." I'm like, "Oh my God." Okay. So hang on a second. If you recall, a few weeks ago, I showed the Rudolph project bag that I got from Pokey Parlor. And everyone who like watched that was so amazing and went to her Etsy shop and bought a ton of her stuff. And she sent me a message thanking me for spreading the word about her shop and wanted to give me, as a thank you, a bag. And I was so touched. And Janie, thank you so much again. She sent me the bag. I got it the end of the week last week. It's so cute. Okay, let me show it to you, and then I'll show you the delightful things she included with it. Here's the bag that I got.
Oh,
I love the pom-poms.
I do too.
It's little suns and clouds, and then the sweet little pom-poms, and then check out this floral fabric. Isn't that adorable?
That's cute.
I love it. And she has this really adorable charm on the zipper, which says something, but it is so tiny that I cannot read it. Can you see that?
Ooh, that is tiny.
But it's like a pail, like a bucket.
Yeah. A little bucket with a little shovel, and it's so nice. And it, keep trying to read it, but it's awful small. I think the word passion for something is involved. But anyway, so Janie, thank you for this. She also sent with the bag a super sweet little note, and then
She's got blankets and a sweatshirt. She's getting the chills, people.
oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, she sent me these
So
two
cold.
DMC variegated flosses.
Cute.
They're so nice. And then 2 teeny tiny little needle minders. One is this little tiny flower,
That's so cute.
and then this little
So
tiny
tiny.
cloud.
Oh my God.
So super sweet. What a very nice gift. I really appreciated it. So again, Pokey Parlor on Etsy. Her name is Janie. She's super nice and super helpful. And she makes things that are very cheerful and lovely. Then Jody and I won a contest on Instagram. Woohoo! From the Brass Button. And she does monthly project bag like kits with like little Ort booklet kind of things and a zip pouch. And she, I guess she always puts up her, like whatever months it is and let someone win it. In this case, she let 2 people win it. And this project bag is no joke.
Whoa.
Wow.
Now, there's a handle. There's a handle.
And I checked out her stuff. It's good. She's got some good stuff.
My 11 by 11 snap fits in here, and I love that.
Yeah.
So big. And then here's the little booklet. There's a little camp snap, and she had made a little, like, there's a little needle minder. I have it just attached here that matches. And then there's this little vinyl pouch. And she gave that away, and we won it. And I was so excited because it's really lovely. And I'm really pumped. So that was from the Brass Button. She's also on Etsy.
And her zipper is a little button too.
Yes.
Oh, that's darling.
Cute.
Mm.
I love the handle on it.
I know.
I do too.
So useful.
She has some amazing fabrics. I was checking. She's coming up on my Instagram all the time, and I'm like, oh, I need this.
Ah, that is it for me.
All right. Jody, do you have anything non cross-stitch shop related?
Yes, I got my patterns from Cobweb Corner. So I wanted to show those real quick because it was my turn to pick. Mine and Erin's turn to pick this week. So she picked The Witch by the Fireplace. The one I picked was Silver Creek Samplers. I have a lot to say. You might want to grab some popcorn.
I love that one.
Got it. And then the other two, we're going to use as giveaways, so I'll show them later, but I'm actually stitching one of them, so I'll show it to you when I get to Wits.
Cool.
Everything else is, I did get something from Kristen's mom. We met up on Saturday, and she was like, I just love how you finish things, so I got this for you. It's like, she's the best. I love her. How cool is this?
Ooh.
With resin over
I
it?
know.
Put resin over it.
Totally.
You use it as like a, right?
Yeah, so like I have it by my coffee and tea station, and I have like a little coffee candle on it and some like little tea coasters I put on it. But you could totally put a cross stitch piece on there, finish it with resin. It has a lip on it already.
No.
Not like a coffee cross stitch. Do something with coffee or something.
Yes.
And then use it as a tray.
Totally.
And then you won't worry about your cross stitch getting ruined, like being next to your coffee pot. And
But also, what a great gift that would be to somebody as well. Like if you stitch that and then, like, that's an awesome gift.
And the wood is like textured. It's really cool.
That
This is gonna be, yeah. Okay. So thank you, Kristen's mom. I love it. And so everything else that's in my pile. Everything else is from the Log House.
which thank you to Tiffany for introducing us to the Log House. This was Jody's second trip back. This was my first visit. And let me tell you, people, this is like a little hidden gem in the middle of frickin' nowhere, Pennsylvania, Newcastle. There's nothing going on in Newcastle except for the Log House. So if you're in Erie, if you're in Pittsburgh, if you're in West Virginia, and you want to take a little trip to the cutest little cross stitch shop, I cannot recommend it enough. We had a freaking blast. It is the most unassuming place on the planet.
Yes, it is. And Sue is the best. And Tiffany, I'll Tiffany to thank her again because I just like whenever I leave there, I just feel so happy. And so she emailed us back and she said next time we're there to let us know we can go to lunch.
Oh,
So
great.
yeah. Do you want me to show my stuff?
Yeah, we'll just kind of like show it all together. Yeah.
So Kristen and I both got one of these. These were sitting on the counter and Sue was like, oh, I have a friend who makes these and they're really cool. And so we were both like, yeah, we have to have that. So these are, I think it's hilarious that you knew what I was talking about. They're like these chunky, giant wooden spools. And I just thought it would be so little fobs from here, like a big project matching fobs, like little tiny matching ones. But they're awesome. They're handmade. They're beautiful. They're all different. They're amazing. So we both had to have that.
It would even be cool to just take like yarn, okay, and just wrap it around here to make it look like a floss bobbin and hang it on the wall.
I know.
Cute little
You don't even have to hang something like that. If it's that thick, it'll just stand up.
Yeah,
and
it does stand up. She had it standing up on the counter.
Yeah.
she did. That is crooked, so that will not.
Yeah. So that was one of the things that we got. I did get a pattern. This is by Sue Hillis Designs. So remember last time I talked about it, I talked about a pattern she did on fabric that was dyed to look like candy corn. This is the same designer, except I got the bigger pattern of it. And I will never stitch this entire pattern, but I will stitch one of those skeletons. Comes with like a little skeleton charm, which I like. So that is the pattern that I got. And then, Chris, did you get any patterns?
I got a ton of patterns.
Okay, and I'll show this, and you can show those. So I also got a couple little charms. They're probably small to show up on camera, but I got a little bat and a little spider. Kristen and I got the same ones.
Look at my little spider.
Look at that little bat. I love them. And then lastly, and I was looking at these the last time I was there, and this time Kristen was like, just get them. Like I kept looking at it and she's like, just get it. So Sue had done a finish, I think it was bunnies in the round. So it's, you know, a monochromatic pattern. It's round, and she had it finished kind of like a pin cushion, but in a tart tin. And so I had to get some because they're so cute. So I got a medium one and a small one, and they're so adorable. So Erin, the tins that were in your Stitch Life box.
Totally. Yeah.
The middles come out, so you can finish something and then just take it out and replace it. Like you don't have, it's not permanent. So I thought that was really cool because all you'd have to do really, you don't even need this really. Hers wasn't even attached.
Put a magnet on here and then put a magnet on the back of your finish, and then but you could use this kind of as like your guide for how big you need to make your piece. So it's kind of like your template for how big you need to make it to fit inside of the part. But they're
so cute. So stinking cute. So I got a couple of those, and that's it. I did enough shopping because the last time I was there, I pretty much cleaned out. So.
Yes. So I got, so Sue also had these little floss packs made up for the four of us. So Erica and Erin, I will be getting you yours. They're all different, and I'll just show you what mine looks like.
That's so nice. What?
Yeah, we were checking out, and she was like, "Oh, I have these little goodie bags for you guys."
Yeah. So, Erin,
so sweet.
Erin, yours is more of like a pinky tone, and Erica, yours has a mix of like, there's some green and some mauve colors in there, and then Jody's is more blue. But anyway, they're all gentle arts. They're limited edition ones, which we don't care what the names of them are, because we just swap them out for colors on projects. So anyway, we all got one of those.
Thank you. That's so nice.
Yeah. So I will be getting those to you guys. Okay. So I went a little ham with patterns, and the first one that I got, and then my mom picked out the floss for it, is, so JBW Designs, she has a lot of her stuff in the shop. So cat in the round, dog in the round, bunnies in the round. Those are what I thought existed. No. There's a billion of them. This is the pineapple. And my mom picked these colors for it.
Nice.
And so I got that one. So that's the French Country pineapple. I also got Halloween in the round. So stinking cute.
I love that one.
Then I got the French Country pumpkin.
Halloween in the round on a piece of Jody orange with black. That would be so good.
And then she had this one finished on an actual witch's hat. Blew my freaking mind. Look how stinky.
Oh,
So
that's
you
cute.
could easily just have this as its own little piece and then just use it as an ornament if you wanted to. She actually sells these little witches hats at the shop. So if you wanted to finish it on it, and then she had it sitting on a wine bottle.
Oh,
Too
What?
cute.
It's super cute. She had a ton. First of all, she is a beautiful finisher. Not only is she a beautiful stitcher, but she finishes things so cute. And then next to all the finishes, she has all the patterns. So if you're like, wow, I really like that finish, she can go, oh, well, here's the pattern for how to make it. Smart.
Love it.
Then I picked up this little tiny blackbird design, and I have
Oh,
that as a little pin cushion.
that's
I
cute.
do that one 1/1.
So tiny.
Tiny.
So I got that. And then I went a little hog wild on the heartstring samplery.
I had no idea you bought this many patterns.
Yes, ma'am, I did. Yes,
You
ma'am,
just
I did.
snuck in there, huh?
Uh-huh. Oh, well, before I show these ones, I'll show this. Okay, so I love the owl and the bat.
Ooh,
I love
wow.
that so much. That bat is amazing.
Right? So, of course, the four of us share patterns after we're done stitching them. So, Erin, if you like this, it'll be coming to you next.
For sure, please. Oh my God, I love it.
Cute. I love it. And evidently, this is from 2008, but this is from the
2008.
Yeah, 2008.
Man.
And there are other Quaker designs that are listed on the back from the work basket. So I'm going to look these ones up. But they have a cat and mouse, cow and sheep, peacock and house, pig and rooster, rabbit and turtle. That would be super cute. Santa and snowman, a swan, a frog and house, and teddy bears. So
What's the name of the designer?
it's called the work basket. And this one's called Quaker Halloween.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
Love it. Okay. So, so y'all know I love the little fobs from Heartstring Samplery. And because I need stuff for my double for all year round. So my cobweb corner piece was the fall, the harvest ones that I received. So I needed one for summer and I just couldn't decide. So I bought two. So I bought the bees.
Oh, cute.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, and then guys, wait. The Seaside edition. Look at that
Oh,
little
that's
whale.
That was so good.
That little whale, the little boat. Oh, I love
I
everything
love
about it.
I love nautical. That's awesome.
Because then my mom and I found a bowl at Home Goods that had an octopus on it. And I thought, how cute would that bowl be with these in it? And then for all year round fobs, because I don't have anything for all year round, I bought the coffee ones.
I love them.
They are so stinking cute. So I'm really excited to stitch these up. And is that all I bought? Yeah, I think that's it. I probably could have spent like another $300 there. She has a ton of new stuff. She has some really cool older stuff. So she has a nice mix of things. She also has a really extensive collection of over-dyed flosses. So I was able to pick up some flosses that Erin needed for some projects that she's going to be working on. So Sue, that was the best.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
We will be back for sure in no time because it was so much fun. Okay, I think that's all I bought. All right, so let's talk about finishes. Erin, do you have any finishes this week?
I have two. My first one is my May piece by, why do I always forget who it's by? Lizzie Kate, right? Yeah, Lizzie Kate. And I'm very happy with this one.
Love that.
Yes.
Thank you. Aria picked this fabric and I remember being like, are you sure? And then as soon as I stitched it up, I was like, no, she was right. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
It's beautiful.
Pumped about that. And then I finished the Moo Cow sale, but you guys, when I was stitching it, Aria was back here looking at it and she's like, I want to play. I want to be a part of it. So she drew a cow because she doesn't stitch, but she drew and it says Moo, and she sat there and colored the whole thing. And she wanted it to be very clear that hers is a lady cow, so it has an udder, because ours is not a lady cow.
Right.
That's so sweet.
It was really, and you see the mom love Aria.
Oh, God.
So this will be staying with this piece now, but I finished mine.
Oh, wow.
Yes. That's
I love
awesome.
it. You guys, I'm actually super proud of this.
Ooh.
Oh.
You know what did it? It's Kristen's pins, the start you do, the pin stitch. I always forget about it, and then when I remember it, I'm like, why don't I always do the pin stitch? Because look at how clean the back turns out when you do that.
Girl, it's great.
And you know what I did for this part? I would start it and I stopped in between. I didn't carry my stitches this time. And then I waited until I got to the very end to go back and snip all of my extra bits.
Yeah. It's great.
So easy.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the first time I didn't carry stitches, and I'm very proud of this.
I love it. Looks great.
Yay.
Thank you. It's a very fun. I will say I substituted a couple colors. I used this really pretty Gentle Art peacock color.
Oh,
For
yeah.
like the greenish one.
Ooh.
So it gave it a little extra dimension. And then I used Sparkle, the Atool gray.
That's
And
awesome.
that's it. The Tiny Modernist.
Woohoo.
Looks so good.
That's it for me.
Jody, do you have any finishes this week?
I had one. There must be something about female cows because Hazel asked me why the cow doesn't have gutters.
These observant girls, man.
I finished my season of the stitch model stitch that we did for them. My being naked with shoes on feels more naked than just being naked. I'm proud of this, you guys.
Yeah. So good.
So cute.
Well, a funny story. So I kind of knew what I wanted to do when I was stitching it. And I knew I wanted this like wooden thing. So I didn't know what they were called. So like I was driving to Hobby Lobby and I texted Chris and I'm like, you know that like board thingy with the lip on the bottom?
Exactly what she was talking about, but I couldn't think what it's called.
What called? And she did. She knew exactly what it was. So, but we couldn't figure out what they were called. So I went to Hobby Lobby and thank God I found them and I didn't have to ask someone what that board thingy is.
It's a cheese board, right?
It's not a cheese board. Like, I don't know.
It's not a menu board. You can't type in easel because it's not an easel. It's like a tabletop wooden.
Okay.
Like, if you try to Google it and you try to type in like tabletop wooden menu board, it's not the right thing. But like I knew what she was asking because I have two of those.
Yeah.
And she actually said, hey, they have two. Do you want me to grab you one? And I said, yeah, because I love them. And, but I don't know what they're called. And on the back, it just says table decor.
Yeah.
So helpful.
Super specific. So,
I mean, these wooden thingies.
yeah.
So I wanted fabric that had peaches on it. So, you know, at Hobby Lobby, there's miles and miles of fabric. Okay. So I like asked the lady, I'm like, hey, do you have any fabric with peaches on it? And she was like, I have lemons. And I was like, no, I really need peaches. And she was like, okay, well, how about oranges? I have oranges. Well, that, I'm like, no, I need fucking peaches. Like, I'm not making a fruit salad. I need like specific.
Yes.
And so another lady comes over and she's like, oh, we have the cutest cherries. And I was like, what is wrong with you people? I didn't ask for fruit. I asked for peaches. So we conclusion that they don't have peaches. And then I hear the lady like an aisle away and she's like, I found peaches. And I wasn't hopeful because she had offered me every other fruit under the sun. Turns out they were peaches, and they're like exactly like the peaches that I stitched. So I was very excited about that. And then I ordered these little chucks. They're keychains. I just took the little keychain.
I wondered what those were from.
Yeah, they're like, they had little keychains on them. And I knew exactly, like the minute I finished this, I was like, I need Chuck keychains. So I ordered them. They come in bulk. So I have like, you know, 9 keychains. It's like the ducks we bought for a bathtub. I have like a bag of 50 rubber duckies that are tiny.
You know what? Those look like skateboarding kind of shoes. So if one of your girls has a birthday, that's a good like.
Oh.
That's a cute gift. Yeah, that would be cute.
Well, they all have a keychain on their backpack now. I was like handing them out. I'm like, who wants a keychain? But I am very excited about this one. I was not excited about stitching it on white fabric just because that's hard for me now. But I loved doing it and I loved dolling it up, and it was a very easy stitch. Even with all of like the back stitching and everything, it was enjoyable and easy, and I loved doing it. So thank you to Season of the Stitch for letting us do that. So think about it. That was my only finish.
Awesome. It was a good one. All right, Erica, did you have any finishes this week?
0.
She's been stitching like a crazy person, though. Wait till we get to whips. She's going to blow us out of the water with the amount of whips.
I have a problem.
All right. Well, I had quite a few finishes this week. Before I get into my FFOs, though, let me show you the 2 finishes that I had. The first one was my Season of the Stitch, which if you follow us on Instagram, you've already seen this. But mine was the night the reindeer died. And obviously it's unfinished on the back. Not quite sure how I'm going to FFO this. But if you notice my backs, I don't carry all of those little stitches. So when Erin's talking about the pin stitch, that's how I do confetti stitching. And if a lot of people want to know how I do it, I mean, it's not uncommon. I do a pin stitch very similar to how everybody else does a pin stitch, but I'd be happy to throw together a quick little tutorial if you guys want to know how I do that. It does really help, especially on white fabric, because you have to be careful about carrying threads, dark colored threads on a white piece of fabric. So there you go. So that one's done. I'll figure this one out. Then I finished my Moo Cow Sow, and I started it when my mom was here over the weekend because, of course, we started it on Friday. And I initially started stitching it just regular 2/2 on this piece of Jody fabric. And I just wasn't psyched about the coverage. It looks really good on the red, but it wasn't jiving. So I restarted it 1/1.
Wait, can you hold those next to each other, please?
So this is the back of the cow, and that's how it looks 1/1.
She's so deep.
Huh?
Those colors pop so much.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I was a little worried about the pink, but once I stitched it, I don't think it looks too bad.
No, it looks amazing. It's so cute.
It's so tiny. So I think I'm going to turn this into just like a little teeny tiny pin cushiony pillow.
You know, as an alternate with this resin idea, that might be cute as like a little keychain.
Oh, it would look cute even on like a little coaster too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to do anything with it right away because I really like that resin idea. So it's here and it's finished. So I'm happy that one is done. And I'll be giving away this pattern as well. So I'll be passing the pattern. All right, now I have some FFOs. So first and foremost, Jody got me a bathtub. And so I finished my Elizabeth battery cell, and I just did I did that bat black lace.
That's
awesome.
Cute. What a nice
really good.
touch.
God.
It looks so elegant.
Thank you. I really like how this one turned out. And I have this
Perfect.
magnetized. I don't know why I didn't just affix it permanently because I don't know what the hell else I would put on this. But it could come off.
All your murder in a bathtub pieces, they're all interchangeable.
Jason goes, "What are you doing with this?" And I'm like, "Putting it in the bathroom." And he's like, "No, maybe at Halloween, not like all the time." And I'm like,
No.
"It's going in the bathroom."
Good.
Love that one. Okay, so that was the first one. That one was pretty easy to finish. Jay just spray painted it for me. And then he also spray painted this cute little bunny that my mom bought me. So I finished
Oh,
my
Cute.
Oh my God.
and I just had that little ribbon, and then I just glued a little button on it. And I did some pink trim around the bunny.
it looks so good.
Thank you. Okay. Jody's going to be really proud of me about this one. Like, really proud of me. I finally FFO'd it.
Yay!
Yay.
But I love the fringe.
Oh my God. This fringe was from Sandra. So our friend Sandra, she gave me black and orange. And look at that. I love it.
So
It's really
good.
And then Jay put a hanger on it for me. Look at the back. It was hard to actually get this fabric to wrap tightly around this heart shape, but I have a nail and it's going to hang up here in my craft room. So
That's so cute.
okay. Then the last one. My mom and I like to go thrifting. And anytime she's there, she always tries to find like little trivets or cute little metal things that like I could possibly do with finishing. So I've had this for a while, and this pattern I finished a long time ago, and I just had it hanging on my cork board. And I thought, you know what? I really need to FFO this thing. Like, it's bothering me that it's not finished. So yeah.
That is adorable.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's perfect.
On there.
So I glued this little key to try to balance out the pattern, because the problem is that the wording at the bottom fits evenly, but the pattern is not even on the wording.
Totally. Yeah, I see that.
So it was kind of like scrunched to the side. So I just added a little accent to it to try to balance.
I feel like I remember that from when you stitched it too, and we were all confused.
Yes.
Like why the designer chose that.
Yes. So
That
I
looks
had
awesome.
to at least make sure the lettering was, in the piece. And then I just tried to work it out. But I just used a piece of sticky board and just traced the back. This is how it looks on the back. And then just put the fabric over it. And I used a little bit of spray adhesive, put the pattern on it, put the finished piece on it, stretched it around the back. It already came with a little hanger. And there you go. Done though.
Oh, nice.
So yay! So I have some new things to hang in my craft room. He also hung Atticus and Grover that Jody stitched.
Oh yeah, nice.
They're officially up on my wall, and they're with me all the time in my craft room.
That's
Excellent.
nice.
You ought to give yourself a pat on the back. Amazing.
You guys know I don't FFO things, so this was big.
You nailed it.
Thank you. Very excited. All right, so let's talk about whips. Erin, what have you been stitching?
I can't show what I've been stitching because it's secret and it's gigantic and I have to get it done because I finished my Mania plans and I'm doing something every day.
Yeah.
So I don't have room in Mania and I want to get it done.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it. I'll say I thought it would be tedious to stitch, but it's not. It's super enjoyable. I don't want to put it down. All I want to do is stitch it all the time, all day. It's like all I think about right now.
And it looks so
Thank you. But I just don't have time. So I can't even show a preview of it because it's all a secret, but no, it will come out eventually and it's very cute and very cool. And I feel very honored to be the person to get to stitch it. Oh, also, while I'm thinking about it, Mania is whatever you want it to be. Somebody asked on our last video if we could explain what Mania is.
Mhm.
There aren't rules. It's not like March Madness where we have like a guideline and you have a bracket. Mania is literally like whatever you want to do to make yourself a goal to get through the month of May.
Mhm.
So for me, I'm doing like a different whip every day and then a new start on Tuesdays. And then I'm taking Thursdays off for date night. So like I have a plan every day, which I don't normally do. So it's really just to get yourself organized for a month. It's how I do it.
Right.
Last year, I made a goal to learn how to stitch on linen and on even weave. And now I love stitching on linen and even weave. So it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. You did the needlepoint too.
Oh, and the needlepoint, which I loved.
Yeah, you
I
did.
gotta get a new needlepoint piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like that.
That's awesome.
That's a fun like quick stitch. And I like that it's printed so you don't have to have a pattern with you.
Yeah, that is nice. Yeah, a lot of people were asking questions about that. There is the original Stitch Mania group on Facebook that you can check out and post things to, but I know they're doing away with that after this year. You can use the hashtag Stitch Mania or search the hashtag Stitch Mania on Instagram and you can see some ideas of what people have done. But like Erin said, there's no rules. It's just something to kind of push you to stitch more or to stitch something out of your comfort zone or to get those projects done that have just been like sitting around. A lot of people do Monogamania, Whip Mania, New Start Mania.
Some people do New Start and I do a New Start every day.
I always thought Mania was. I always
It
thought
was like that.
it was like 30 new starts, and I stopped wanting to know anything about it.
Well, and then they started doing it where it wasn't like 31 new starts for the month of May. It was whatever that year was. So if it was 2020, you did 20 new starts. Now that it's 2021, you do 21 new starts. That seems a bit overwhelming, but more power to people who want to do that. But like you can do and make it whatever you want.
I mean, to be honest, that sounds like fun. I just don't have that many pieces.
And like, I don't want to have to prepare that many projects, having to get them
much
all
money.
put up and ready to go. I have too many whips. That to me just seems excessive. But yeah. So we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to future plans and goals, because May is going to be here in no time. So we can give you a little bit more insight on that. Jody, what did you stitch this week?
All right, so I started my Moo Cow Sal, and I didn't get too far, but far I can call it a start.
I love that orange so much.
Thank you. I'm excited about it. I did switch out the pink for, I switched it out for 917, so I'll be using that a little bit too light fabric. And you know what? It's funny. Like, we were all kind of stitching it on the same day and sending pictures, and like I saw, you know, like Erin had like all the white done, and then Erica had like black spots done, and Kristen had the border done, and like I would just F that up so bad. So I tried to not jump around and just go with what matched, because otherwise I'd mess up this is I think this is 28 count linen. So
I will say, when I started stitching linen, someone said to me, and I probably was Kristen, like, the more you do it, the easier that gets. And now we're a year later, and I was all over the place with that piece, and it all met up, and I felt so good about it.
Yeah, I'm not having like a hard time with the linen, but I'm nervous that I'm not.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so
you'll get there.
I think I know that a few of you guys said that the cow was tedious, but I'm enjoying it. That big black spot was a little much for me, but that's done, and so now I can focus on the rest. So
let's say this about the 1/1, because I know that people are intimidated by doing 1/1 on linen or on even. If you think about it, it's easier to count 1/1
for sure
than it is to do 1/2 or 2/2, because it's almost like you're stitching on Ada.
Right.
There's one square with 4 corners that you're stitching. It's just on a much smaller scale. And that's the same thing about stitching on a 40 count linen or a 46 count linen versus stitching on a 32. There's no change to the way you stitch. It's just smaller. So as long as you have the eyesight to see, don't be intimidated to jump to a higher count fabric if you want to try it out. The 1/1 is not bad. There's actually, and my stitches are not even by any means, but you will notice when you're stitching what like whether you start in the left corner and go to the upper right corner on a row versus the next time when you go to the next row, if you start on the upper right and go to the bottom left, if that's how you stitch, because it doesn't pull the thread underneath the linen thread. Sometimes when you're stitching 1/1, those linen threads are not very secure. So you do have to be careful about how you start your stitch. But there is a method to doing that. I don't know what it is. I just stitch whatever works.
Yeah.
But none of my threads slipped. So, it's not super even, but it works. So don't be afraid to try it, is basically what I'm saying. And you can make stuff that's super tiny.
I guess I'm not that person that will ever care about my stitches being even or my back being super clean. Like, I know I did this one and I'm proud of that, but also my next one doesn't look like that. Like, if you saw my secret project, the back of it, I'm all over the place.
No one sees it. No one sees it.
That's how I feel. So I feel like if it stresses you out, don't stitch that way. Find a way to stitch that doesn't stress you out, because that's the whole point.
I told Mom the same thing. She just started a new pattern, and she's like, "Yeah, it's okay." She's like, "My stitches aren't like great," and I'm like, "No one's are. Like, just
No.
and enjoy it. It's fine."
And with time, you definitely notice the longer that you stitch. And I think we've all noticed this. Like, I've noticed going back to whips that I started 3 years ago to where I stitch now, they're so much better. Like, so much better. It's just because I think that my tension is better. They're more even. I care more about how the stitches lay. And it doesn't, you know, it doesn't slow me down. It doesn't stress me out. It's just how I like to stitch. But like Erin said, just stitch. Get those stitches in the fabric. Who gives a shit what the back looks like? Who cares what the back looks like? People, if people are standing that close to your project to like scrutinize the stitching, they're not your friend. And
I said to my mom, no one's looking and judging
No
your
one.
skill.
and if they are, bye. Bye. Yeah.
Absolutely.
None of my pieces are ever going to end up in a museum, the embroidery museum of whatever. And I'm completely fine with that. So they bring me joy. They bring me joy. And the people I give it to, it brings them joy. So that's all I care about. All right. Jody.
All right.
What else you said?
My next one is I stitched on my Barbara Anna deer, my spring deer. And FYI, I'm using this project bag, and all my flosses are in this little vinyl pouch, and I freaking love it. Hi, dear.
Joe.
I love it.
I know. So I'm gonna do the body, and I think that's it. So I'll do her little body here, and then I'll probably call it. I don't want to do the background. I think it's gonna take away from it. It's so beautiful. Like this pattern is amazing, and I've seen a couple people go out and get the pattern after seeing it stitched up, and I love that because sometimes it just looks different. Like you see a pattern and then you stitch it up, and it's like so much. It's like even better than you thought it could be. So I love that.
I never thought that that would have looked like that stitched up, but I do think that it's your fabric choice that really just amplifies the pattern. So I feel like that pattern deserves such a strong fabric.
I am very much enjoying it too. It's an enjoyable stitch. And then the last thing I'm working on, I'm really into bees right now. I don't know what it is, but I'm like very into bees right now.
You want these bee fobs? You want to stitch these bee fobs?
You know what? I might.
Yeah.
Yes, she clearly does.
I do. So I'm stitching the Nebby needle. This is one of our cobweb corner patterns. This is actually going to be a giveaway for tonight, but it is Beehives Matter.
I love it.
And that's where I'm at. So this is on 36 count, and which I'm not a fan of teeny tiny stitches. But this was one of those instances where I was like, you know what? I love this fabric. I am going to stitch this pattern on it.
I love it.
So that's where I'm at, and it's going a lot faster than I thought it would go. I'm not going to do the border, and I debated doing the little beehives on the sides, but I think I am going to do them. And then I have a really cool finish for this that I'm excited about too. So this is the one I'm working on.
I have a totally unrelated question that I was wondering today. Do you guys know what happens to the bees when all of the flowers die? Because the snow is going to kill all these flowers that are blooming.
Good question.
I
don't know.
You guys don't know? I was just wondering. If anybody out there does know, my daughter asked, and I was like, that's a great question. I don't know.
The good thing is not everything will have died today, you know, so like my hostas are fine. You know, they do get flowers on them eventually. The hostas, you know, they get like the big flowers, and my dianthus are fine. So, and they have flowers on them. So I think hardier, like perennial flowering plants will be fine.
I'm thinking like the trees on our street. I know this is going to kill those blooms and they're going to suddenly fall off. You know what I mean? And I saw so many bees the last few days. So I'm like, oh no, what are the bees going to eat?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Just curious.
If there are any bee experts out there, I mean, let us know.
I would love to know the answer to that.
Yeah.
But Jody, I love that piece. 36 count though, huh? Are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it so much. I'm using 2/2, and it's very, very enjoyable. I just had it really tight in my snap, and I use a light, So I don't have any problems. I haven't had a single issue. And it's like some of the things are kind of far away, like the letters, like the spacing between the words. I've had to do it, like, I just count multiple times, but once I get going, like, it's really fun.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So
You're inspiring me. I think I'm gonna do that blue then. I think I'm gonna do the gobble couple on the blue.
Yes.
it's not like you're doing the same thing. It's just smaller scale. It's no different.
My mom was very excited, Erin, about you starting that one. Like, she brought that up this weekend. She goes, I really can't, I can't wait for Erin to finish the patriotic gobble couple. Like, she's dying to see this Stitch.
It'll be after Mania, but I swear I'm gonna start it. That's my June goal.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll stitch it up for you at some point. All right, Erica, what have you been stitching on this week? A lot.
Okay, a lot of things, because I just have been feeling like my Stitchy attention span has been very short. So I like work on something and be like, I'm bored, I'm tired of this. It's not that I don't like these things, but I just need to like move on.
I like
So I stitched on 5 pieces this week. So many.
Oh,
It is a lot. I worked a little bit on the Christmas wreath on this little package here,
Cute.
which is so adorable. It has little polka dots, and I like it a lot. And then I think that got close to like the Mook House sale time, so I didn't work on that a ton more. But I worked on, let's see, I put a little bit of time in on my Animal Almanac piece, this little like igloo over here.
Awesome.
Nice. That's
Worked
cute.
on that. It is super adorable, and it's not that big, so I feel like it's going quickly, which makes me feel very excited.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, I worked on the Mook House Sal, and I got
Oh, wow.
here.
Got his head done.
This is on some incredible Jody fabric, of course. And the black,
cut it
like,
down to this piece.
what was that?
You cut it to the tiniest piece. Mine would be like.
It would be right in the middle.
I know. I always cut very small pieces, which I think is maybe sort of dangerous, but also like I can't mentally cope with the fact that like I would use too much of the fabric and then not be able to use it for something else.
Yeah.
I get very stressed out. And let's see, I pulled out Don't Get Your Tinsel by the Frosted Pumpkin. And I hadn't worked on this since like last December, I want to say, but I made quite a lot of progress.
You're almost done.
And yeah, I finished all of the words. I just have the little sloth here. There's like some confetti stitching at the top, and then the rest of the border, there's like a scallopy border around outside of that pink line. So I don't have that much left. I could totally finish this soon. But it's very enjoyable. I used a couple of like the Etoile colors. So I have like the white and the red. So there's some sparkle happening, which is cool.
That's awesome.
And then today I decided that I wanted to work on something Halloweeny for a witchy Wednesday, I told myself. So I got
Witchy
out,
Wednesday, that should be a thing. I love that.
yeah, so I'm pumped, and I got out the Mysterious Halloween Town, and I'm working on the house today.
Well, that makes me this fall.
I know.
Yes, and this is the one, I don't know if you remember this, that like last spring or last summer, I decided that I hated the fabric that I started this on a couple years ago, and
Yellow
Jody dyed me.
fabric.
Yes, it's awful. Jody dyed me this incredible fabric that's kind of like grayish, greenish, and it looks so much better, and I like it so much more. So I'm really enjoying it. Working on that little house today. Maybe I won't even touch it again after today, but yeah, I was all over the place, but I felt good about my choices because I was like stitching things I was enjoying. So it was good.
Love it. Very nice.
Thank you.
Now that the Mook House sale is done, I feel like I can do an Erica next week, and I can just kind of like stitch whatever I want whenever I want. The only thing I stitched on this week is my summer catch etching, which is the Heart and Hand series that was featured in Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, which is where the bunny came from. And there's a bird for Christmas. And I'm stitching the fish.
Whoa!
So
I love that.
So cute.
So I'm really, I just picked, Erin, actually. I want to say you gave these to us. I apologize if I'm mistaken, but, or we received them from somebody. Erin, again, I apologize. If
It's not a big deal, you guys. We give each other so much stuff. I never take that personally.
This one is 4-leaf clover, so the green is Classic Colorworks 4-leaf clover, and the blue is Rain Shower. So it's this really pretty, like, blue color. And I just had these sitting on my desk when I was like kitting up these patterns, and I thought they looked really nice on the yellow. So this is a piece of yellow Jody fabric, and it's like this beautiful, like muted pale yellow. But again, talking about where we put the pattern.
Oh gosh.
I could stitch 8 more of these on here, but you know, anyway, I screwed that one up. But I've really been enjoying stitching this one, and I'm excited to get that one done ahead of summer. Okay, we have a couple announcements of some things that are going on. Number one, a couple videos for you guys to check out. First and foremost is Erin's Black Needle Society unboxing video that she did of Up All Night Stitching. It's the best video. She's so freaking pumped from start to finish.
That box was incredible.
It was incredible. Like Erin's excitement about a box, I can assure you with 100% assurity, it is genuine, and she is really that excited about the box. There is like, her reaction is completely sincere. So like you get excited, like I was smiling the whole time while I was watching you open this box. I was like, oh, yay, look at that. My mom and I actually watched it on Friday after home from shopping, because I was like, Mom, we haven't watched Erin's unboxing video. So that was really fun. We were both like, oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So the whole box was just fantastic. Please go and check that out. It's on our
That pattern was such a surprise to me. I didn't know who the designer was going to be, and it blew my mind. So I won't say who it is, but go check it out.
This is adorable.
Also, Erin and I had a video that premiered on Caterpillar Cross Stitch's channel. So if you ever wanted to learn how to do very amateur framing, check out the video. We actually had a lot of fun making it, and we've gotten some really good feedback about it. So people are like, you know, I never thought it would be that easy to frame something. Guys, just try it. Don't be afraid. Watch our video. It's a quick, fun little tutorial. We show you 2 different methods, how to use the pinning technique. I even show you how to find the center, which is helpful when you're trying to frame something. Mm-hmm. And then also the lacing method, if you want to lace instead of pin. So whatever your preference is. But that will be on the Caterpillar Cross Stitch channel. And you can see that there. Also, next week, we are not going to have our regularly scheduled program because we are being interviewed by Becca of Sombre Stitches. And so she's going to be posting that on her channel. So as soon as that is up, we will be sure to let you guys know so that you can go check that out. She's going to be asking us some questions. And I know a lot of people, you know, if they've recently just found us or if you've been with us for a while, she's going to ask us some questions that maybe we've never covered before. So that's going to be really fun. So we're excited about that. And then it's going to be Mania. So there's a lot of stuff happening over the next 2 weeks. So we just want to keep you guys in the loop of some videos to watch, you know, in the meantime. All right, so let's talk about plans before we get into our giveaways. So, Erin.
Well, the other thing I want to mention is the Caterpillar Cross Stitch that's coming out. So Caterpillar has Hello Sunshine coming out. And if you are even considering buying it, use our discount. You can get 10% off. It only applies to the full kit. But if you add that adorable little needle minder in there, you still get the 10% off of that too. Yes. So the code is all caps STEEL10. So steel as in Steel City Stitchers, not like you stole a base.
That's CEO. Steel 10.
So yes, please check that out. We're really pumped about that. So my plans this week on the 25th, her sale releases. Yep, the Made to Create. So I gotta bust that out before Mania starts. And then I'm gonna keep doing my secret project. I'm hoping to have that finished before the 25th. And then I think that's it for me.
Cool. Yeah, those are good plans.
Yeah.
Jody, what are your plans?
I would really love to finish my bee project because I want to get back to my other two that are my like main whips right now, which are the other ones that I showed. And then I have been working on dyeing floss. I showed some last week, but I dyed these this week, and I'm having some issues with tangles. So if you're a floss dyer, let me know your secret because I'm having some problems. Like, I'm loving doing it. And like, look at this like green grayish color.
So pretty.
I love it. Like, I'm loving doing it, but I don't have a method that's like, it's not working. It's not working for me. I can't keep the tangles out because it's dye. Like, you have to rinse it and like really get in there and scrub it and like get it, like you gotta really look at Nina.
That's what I was looking at.
She's passed out.
She's wearing a t-shirt because of her incision. She looks ridiculous. But anyways, I can't find a method that allows me to rinse it really well and then untangle it to hang it up and dry it. So like these, I just literally, these are how I dyed them. Like I knotted them and I dyed them like this, and I haven't touched them. So I dyed them like in their finished form, which I think might be the only way to do it. I don't know. Someone help me. So my plan is to try to keep working on that. My dad did put a pegboard up in my garage for me. So I do have some hanging, but then it's not like one continuous piece. So help.
Well, and maybe that's a good point because a lot of times when you get, now some overdyed flossers, it comes all in one loop, but other times it already comes pre-cut.
So like ones are cut. So
I wonder if that's why.
Yeah. Cut it.
I don't know. I didn't want to.
I know, but you might have to. Well, maybe somebody can give us some insight. I mean,
help somebody.
Yeah, somebody can help. Help us. Help Jody. Help Jody. Help us. So we can try out these flosses, okay?
Black for the Halloween in the round.
Oh.
It's it right there.
Or this on green.
I want all the
that orange would be cute too.
Yes. I'm getting in the mood for fall stitching and I'm trying to hold off. But all of these like cool fall patterns, I don't know, something about fall stitching, it's my favorite thing to stitch. And I'm like, no, you need to get some spring or some summer finishes in your house. I literally have one summer finish to go up in my house, so I got to get busy.
By the time summer comes, we're ready for fall.
Jason
been
goes,
long enough.
Well, and like I have a ton. Jason was going through my finish box, and he was like, "You have a shit ton of like holiday finishes." So like I have no shortage of stuff to do for Christmas and to like get those things finished. It's the summer. I'm lacking in the summer. And you guys know me, I love my patriotic stuff. And I was just watching Stacy's, our friend Stacy Stitches on Instagram, Stacy C Stitches. She has a new Flosstube out and she was showing some cool patriotic patterns that she just bought. And I was like, oh, I need to do all of those. So I need to get some summer stitches. But anyway, Erica, what are your plans for this week?
Oh, I don't even know. Maybe I don't have any plans if my brain is gonna just be all over the place again. I would love to catch up on the Christmas wreath. and I would love to finish some of my small pieces like the tinsel one or the Mook House Sal or the Hedgehog House, like something like that, because I really like the idea of like finishing stuff.
Mhm.
So we'll see. My plan is to stitch whenever I feel like stitching
I
and try to make some kind of mania plan.
love it.
Mhm.
So our friend Holly from Season of the Stitch, she sent us a box so quickly of some patterns that she would like us to stitch up for her. And I already have Jody and Aaron's ready to go for them, so I won't show you what their patterns are. They can show you whenever they get them. But I just wanted to show the one that I'm going to be stitching. And this one is for, so I'm going to start working on this one. But the second Tuesday in June is National Call Your Doctor Day. And I saw this and I'm like, yeah, I need this because I have said this phrase multiple times. It's probably, and it always is, you know. So thank you to Holly for sending these for us to stitch. They're really cute. They're really fun. And like I said, you get the box. We've said this before. You get the picture, which is like on a glossy piece of paper, which is super nice. And it explains, she sometimes gives like a little insight about the day or, you know, what the pattern represents. Aaron's is from Beetlejuice, which is super cool. And Jody's is a horror themed one, shocking. And you also get your pre-hooped fabric with the middle marked. She's so thoughtful. And then you get your floss and your needle. And then you get your pattern. So thank you again, Holly, for these. If you guys haven't tried out Season of the Stitch yet, please give her a try. Her stuff is really cute and it makes a great gift and it comes very quickly. So her shipping is very, very fast. So I'm going to start working on that one. I'm also going to keep working on my fish because I think I can bust that out pretty quickly. And getting ready for the next release of Made to Create. Since Aaron and I are both caught up, I'd like to get that one done before Mania as well so that I don't have to worry about that until the end of May. Not that I worry about it, but just, you know, so I'm not behind. I really don't want to get behind on that one. But I do want to show the pattern that I'm going to be working on pretty much, not exclusively in May, but I'm going to be working on quite a bit. And that is the Antique Bird Sampler by Elizabeth's Needlework Designs. Look how ugly that picture is. I'm sorry. It's so ugly. I looked at this and I'm like, if you can't look past those colors and look at the design itself, you're doing it an injustice. And somebody actually commented that they wanted to buy this and didn't because of how ugly the picture was. So they're waiting to see what I have done before they purchase it. I hope this sways you to buy it. Because I love it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
pretty.
Yes.
Oh,
Really good.
different.
I don't know why it's so different, but it really is. And it's beautiful in person.
And this is on a 40 count mallow linen. So it's very dainty. And I just think it's super cute.
Yeah,
This is a really nice fabric too. It's a very sturdy 40 count linen. But so I'm going to be stitching this one throughout Mania. And that's really the only plan that I have. So I know our friend Catherine said, why don't you stitch on that and then do some of your fobs? Also a great idea. I love the fobs. Maybe I'll say I'll get some fobs done during the month of May. Who knows? But anyway, just so you guys could see, don't judge a pattern by the picture is basically what I'm saying. All right. So let's talk about giveaways. We had some good ones last week. Erin, what do we got?
Hey, before I forget to, Stitch Life magazine, I had bought that box forever ago and it's shipped. So I will also have an unboxing probably at some point this weekend.
Awesome.
So
Woohoo.
very excited for that. And all of her boxes are still available. So if you've seen any of my Stitch Life stuff and you like it, you can still go buy them.
Yeah.
And they're all super cute. Okay, so let's do the mini.
I had
And
them
maybe
out
some
for a
Lady
reason.
Stitches.
Dun,
Look how
dun, dun.
cute. It's going to Lori the Flying Cross Stitcher.
Yay!
I love Lori. Her and I chat on Instagram a lot. Oh, I thought too, it's crazy. She said she only has 2 whips. 2 whips. I'm like, whoa.
Lori, your self-control is incredible.
Crazy.
Right? Oh
Crazy.
my gosh.
Bunny Lace 2.
Bunny Lace Trio.
Oh, trio. Oh, Tip does say trio. I can't read my own writing. That's for Clara L. Creative.
Yay!
Clara. My hedgehog is going to Joan Williams.
Ooh.
And then, so when we do these giveaways, you have a week to contact us. And if you don't within a week, then we have to, move it on to the next person. And Frida was such a hot ticket that we got to move it on to the next person because a lot of people wanted Frida.
Yep.
So Frida's going to Pam Richardson.
Pam, yay!
Oh, that's exciting time.
Yeah, that was a bit,
So I know we have new giveaways.
Hang on, let me write down Pam real quick so I don't forget her.
We would never forget.
Wait, who won Frida again?
Pam Richardson.
Yes.
Damn.
All right, the new giveaways are our Cobweb Corner giveaways. If you haven't visited Cobweb Corner site, please go do so. She's amazing. She's fast. She's everything and more. We love her. So the 2 giveaways we have from Cobweb Corner this week are Beehives Matter. This is the one that I'm stitching. I love. And the other one is Heart in Hand Spring.
Cute.
And then Kristen has a giveaway also. She's done with her Moo Cow from Tiny Modernist, Strawberry Cow. So we have 3 this week. Man, we have giveaways for days.
Giveaways for days.
So how about we comment something like, I love spring. Just say somewhere in there, I love spring, and you're entered because those are all springy patterns.
Yeah, we had snow today in Pittsburgh, so spring is not officially here yet. But next week it's going to be in the 70s and 80s. So
Ooh. I'll believe it when I see it. Okay.
yeah, we're getting close.
Right.
We're getting close. We're getting close. All right, so good luck, everybody. Don't say giveaway. Don't say win. Just say I love spring somewhere in the pattern. Okay, so follow us on Instagram to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Of course, next week our video is going to be a little bit different. Don't worry, we're still here. We're still stitching. But we're excited about this opportunity to be interviewed. So weird to say that, right? Like
It's really weird.
So it's really cool. So yeah, we're really excited about that. So leave comments below. Let us know if you have any questions. We hope that you're staying healthy and you're staying safe and you're enjoying the weather wherever you're at. I know a lot of our Instagram followers showed pictures of all the snow today. So we're sorry about that, but we were feeling your pain. Okay, we felt you as well. So you're not alone. But it was a good day to get some stitching done or some finishing done. So you can't complain too much. So take care. We love you guys, and we will see you again soon. Bye.